I love old TV shows from the 1950s to the 1970s. They just make me so excited when I watch them, even if they are on in the background. I love watching sitcoms mainly, and you can probably guess the reason why I love watching Andy Griffith Show, Gomer Pyle, Green Acres, Petticoat Junction, and whatever else I watch. It's funny, and that's why it's so enjoyable to watch. One show I've been watching a lot is Emergency. Even though it's from the 1970s, and I think everybody's hair in the 1970s is kind of ugly, in my opinion, at least, it's such an enjoyable show to watch. Also, speaking of the 1970s, last year in my English class in high school, we read a book called Kindred. Basically, in the book, the present time is 1976. So the main character, Dana, could travel between 1876 and 1976, but she has no control over it. So skip to after we finish reading the book, we do a project on anything in the 1970s. Before we even start this project, me and this girl who sits behind me are looking at pictures of actors and actresses from the 1970s. We think they are so cute. Also, keep in mind that, sure, I thought they were cute, but I loved actors from the 1960s more. But now I love watching Emergency, and I think Randolph Mantus is so cute. Anyway, back to talking about Emergency. I love Emergency because even though it's part medical show, and I hate medical shows with a burning passion, I feel like I let this show slide. Although it's a medical show, it's also a rescue show. So it's not all the way a boring, dramatic medical show. The main reason I started watching Emergency was because I was trying to figure out Station 51's mascot, Basset Hound Dog. After a quick Google search, I found out the dog's name was Henry. But I also came across another dog named...
Hey, Boot, come here, boy!
I love Boot the dog so much. I love him because he reminds me of my dog, Mackie. I fell in love with the Boot episodes. Another reason, and a more reasonable reason than a dog for loving Emergency, is because the show knows when to be dramatic and when to be goofy. I also find Johnny and Roy so funny. The way they interact with each other is the funniest thing.
Dog. It's new to us.
When you guys are going to do it right, take his temperature.
Did you take his temperature?
How do you take a dog's temperature?
I don't know.
How am I supposed to know?
I don't think there's a single episode that I've seen so far that I haven't giggled or smiled at. So that's a basic reason to why I enjoy watching Emergency.